Oh, wow.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome to Sandwiched.
Yeah.
Are we in?
Yeah, we got a few seconds to go before
Okay.
we're live. No, I guess we are.
We're live now.
Okay.
Nope. Here we go. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome
To
to
Sandwich.
by 2 Days Litches. I'm Valerie.
I'm Sheila.
You can find us on our website, 2daysliches.com with the number 2.
And we are two authentic lady bitches, hence Litches.
With a unique perspective of a sandwich generation. So we have parents above and children and grandchildren below.
Today's hot topic, Don Cherry.
So let's just start with how this Don Cherry came up. So a lot of you most of you know who Don Cherry is, at least I should hope you do, but Canadian, one of our favorite Canadians, and he's in hockey. So he's been involved in hockey. He's been on Coach's Corner, CBC, Sportsnet, and now he's podcasting.
Yeah.
So and this is how it came about. So I'll let Sheila.
Anybody who's Canadian knows who Don Cherry is.
All right.
So, Don Cherry. Well, he was fired. My sister and I both have different opinions about why Don Cherry, or if Don Cherry should have been fired.
Right.
So, and from what I gather from my family members, same thing.
Right.
They
Varying
seem to have
opinions.
a problem with it as well.
But before we get into that, and I'm going to cut you off, how come Don Cherry came up? How about we talk about that?
Oh, because we were live the other night on Facebook, and because we were live on Facebook, somebody compared us to Don Cherry and Don McLean. And she was Don Cherry. Surprise!
Yeah, really surprising for me. But anyways, and you're Ron McLean, go figure. So we decided we didn't know how to take that. Was that a compliment? So I decided I was going to take it as a compliment.
Yep.
That obviously there's something we're doing right, and if people are comparing
and I
us,
said, well, that depends.
Right.
Because in the end, Don Cherry was fired.
That's true. So then we had this huge debate over.
And let me tell you, Don Cherry is still one of my most favorite people, or favorite Canadians, along with William Shatner.
One of my favorites.
Michael J. Fox. Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds, get a plug in for him.
Yeah.
I really like Ryan Reynolds. I think he's cool. Anyway, back to Don Cherry.
So I figure you signed a contract, in my opinion. And on that contract, there are certain things or statements that you're not allowed to make. That's the benefit of not having a said contract. If you don't want a contract, then you need to find a different forum. But one of those contracts is you don't say things that are offensive. And he did.
And I think the context, okay, and that was the context. I agree to a point, but it's how a person perceives what it meant. He said, you people. And yes, you are right. And you did point out to me that he knew exactly what he was referring to, because if he didn't, he would have apologized like Ron McLean did, and Ron McLean still has a job. Not that Don Cherry's hurting it all. He's got his podcast and everything going. It's just should he have lost his job? And that's what was up for debate, I think, more than anything.
I feel that any one of us who've signed a contract, whether it be with the school board, whether it be with a hospital, whether it be with the law courts, whether it be with anywhere that you're signing, whether it be with the 7-Eleven or the place you start employment at McDonald's or wherever it is you're working, if you've signed a contract, you're supposed to abide by that contract. And one of his contract agreements is you don't say anything that's considered offensive. And he did say something that was offensive. I'm pretty sure he knew it was offensive, but whatever. The point is, yes, he broke his contract. So be gone. And he's got his podcast, and it's supposed to be amazing for those that have listened to it. I haven't listened to it yet.
I still look. I support Don Cherry, and I mean, look, he's one of these characters. You either love him,
I love him,
or hate him.
He's one of my favorite Canadians because he totes the Canadian flag, and that's cool.
And that is cool. That's one thing. He is a proud Canadian. The other thing I really appreciate about him is he puts a lot into minor hockey. One of the reasons why Canadians are so well known for hockey. But I mean, he puts a lot into the minor hockey leagues, and
I'd never take that away from him.
No.
He has taken on such a role. He speaks up for the veterans. And that's what he was doing. That's really what he was doing. And I
actually
agree with him. I agreed with him.
A year ago.
I agreed with him. I just don't. Yeah. I completely agreed, even with his statement that any new Canadians, like all of you.
Oh, now we're
all of you. I agreed. Any new or whatever. Be thankful that you are coming to a country that veterans fought enough for to give us that.
Yes. Yes. I guess.
I get that.
You're getting
I get that statement, but that's not.
Though.
It wouldn't matter who you were. I'm just saying that it'd be. I think we should tote Canada. Canada is the best. So I'm okay with that. Well, I think it's the best.
No, I mean, I think we live in an amazing country? Yes, I do. Do I think that there needs to be some major changes? Absolutely. And we're getting into a whole different hot topic that we didn't want to get into. So first of all, before we go any further, I want to give a shout out to Miss Moneypenny, because I can see you. Thank you. Really appreciate the comment. And we thought that we would spend some time a little, because we didn't really know what we were doing in the beginning. Let's just be honest.
Well, we still don't.
No, that's true. So you're just kind of going on the journey with us. Yeah, that's what
I don't think we know yet. We're still learning. We're having fun while we're learning. But I do want to go back to my subject.
Okay. What else do you have to say?
I have to say this. Before you start work for anybody, take a look at the contract, because everybody has one. There you go.
It's true. That is true.
So, and I suggest that for people all the way.
Okay.
There we go. Next subject.
Okay. So
I have something for you.
What?
I got a challenge. You like this?
Oh, yeah.
I got a challenge. Here's my challenge. So every day, my sister, every morning, gets up and she puts this on. I'm not going to tote, because everybody knows what this stuff is.
Oil of Olay Regenerist.
Look. And then we have this stuff. And then we have this stuff. So, okay. All of this goes on her face. And that's awesome. But I have a challenge.
And what's the challenge?
I want you to get rid of it all. For the next 7 days, you're not allowed to put it on your face.
Okay.
Every morning instead, you're going to get up in the morning and you are going to wash your face with water and then put on egg whites every morning. And you're going to take a picture of yourself after you first with the egg white.
Okay.
And then you're going to take a picture of yourself again without. And then we're going to see in 7 days from now, next Wednesday, if Valerie's face looks any different. And know what? Just to keep it in line with the whole Don Cherry thing, I am going to call it a face-off.
Oh, you're screwed.
So
oh my, you were so a face off. Are you kidding
we're gonna
me?
have a face-off.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take up really close pictures where
Okay,
I
so
know
if
I
I'm
got
gonna
more
put
wrinkles,
egg
but that
white,
mine should make more difference
okay,
because I'm going to use her cream.
okay, so that,
So if I look younger than this next week,
and if I look younger than this next week, then I have to use egg whites instead of cream?
I guess so. I guess you're switching, and so am I, because I've never done it like that, like egg whites. So that's going to be my face-off challenge.
For
And
me. So when we come on next week, then we have to give the results between expensive facial creams versus egg whites. Like, well,
yes, that's perfect. Expensive stuff versus something that you get in an egg carton.
Okay.
Let's see how this works. Because if it works, we're all
if it works, you're
on our
wasting
face.
a lot of money on cream. That's all I
So
can say.
we're gonna make it real because there are real wrinkles here, people, to fix. Real wrinkles.
Yeah, reminds me of the time Nana Day. We were out shopping and she looked at me and I think she might have been like 86 and she said, what cream do you buy to get rid of all the wrinkles? And I remember thinking there's not enough cream in the world that's going to get rid of all the wrinkles. So at some point, I think you just give up. Sure.
Well, either that or you should have suggested egg whites.
Totally useless, but we'll see. Okay, challenge accepted.
Oh, I want to see this.
All right.
Every day, you're going to put a picture on.
Right.
You're going to put it on our website.
Okay.
And I'll put mine on every
Okay.
day, and we'll see in a week how big of a difference there is between. Ooh, but I wish we had a third face. If we had a third face, we'd have that person just wash their face with water only.
Oh, you dry out.
So if
unless you live on the East Coast,
you can take a picture every single day. There you go. You can take a picture every day of your face being washed with water, and then
no soap, no
anything? Soap, no nothing.
Oh.
Just plain water. And let's see if wrinkles go away on you. Or maybe they show up. I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't think they're going away. I mean, I've kind of resigned myself to that fact.
Yeah, me either. So the other thing, let's go back to Don Cherry. Wow, did we ever get off topic? Well, not really.
No.
I challenge you to a face-off.
Okay.
Okay.
Challenge
and
accepted.
We'll just see what happens.
We'll see how this goes. I will post the pics. I really don't expect any, glamorous transformation in 7 days, but we will see.
So here's the question. I heard it a lot during the time that people were talking about Don Cherry, and I don't know why, but all of a sudden nobody wants to talk about it. When they were all talking about it, one of the things that I noticed they were all sensitive to was everybody was sensitive, they said. Everybody was just being sensitive, overly sensitive about it, and that he was picking on immigrants. And I want to talk about that whole sensitive thing. Do you think that's really what it was? Or do you believe that he was actually being racist? Let's face it, that's what it comes down to. Because I believe he intended to call out immigrants. I don't believe it was by race. I don't think he cared what color or race you were. I think it was more, if you came to Canada and you were new. It didn't matter if you were from England or you were from another country. What he was saying is we should be wearing the poppy for this country. Not, right. But it was insensitive the way he said it. Does that make sense?
Maybe. No, I don't know. I guess I wasn't looking at it from a sensitive perspective. Was looking at it. I was actually watching Coach's Corner. And I didn't even think anything of it that night whatsoever. It seemed like it blew up overnight. Next morning, he loses his job, and I'm trying to remember in my mind what he said, and I remember it exactly. And then I remember even Ron McLean afterwards doing this.
You
right?
people coming here. And not that it's more or
it
less
was asking people to support, like, buy a poppy
Right.
is what it was.
because really that's the reason they were able to come here,
right.
is because of our forefathers.
Right. I just think that it kind of got blown up, and he didn't single out anybody in particular. And and Sheila made a good point where she said that he knew what he was referring to. He did, or else if he didn't know he did anything wrong, he would have apologized and he would have kept his job.
He would have said, I am so sorry. I had no idea that was being
interpreted that way. Right. But he
not what I did.
Flat out refused.
Yeah, no.
Refused. And that's why. And Ron McLean actually apologized, and he was able to keep his job.
Right.
So, and then, the pandemic hits, and nobody really cares after that, to be honest, because we've got overshadowed by all of that. But I guess when it comes.
But then all the protests, all the Black Lives Matter, everybody's very right now, we have everybody
so sensitive. Like, you have to be very careful. We even found ourselves doing that.
Yeah.
Where one of the reasons why we decided to do this
is we wanted everyone's opinion. We don't want just our opinion. And
we wanted unfiltered, uncensored. And we know not everybody's going to agree with us, and we're not going to agree with everybody else. And that's okay. But the reality is an open forum that is legitimate and authentic, and that we can't be afraid every day of saying or doing something that might be interpreted the wrong way.
No.
And I think that's what it comes down to.
Well, here's the thing, though. That's one of the things about being in a sandwich generation.
Right.
Is we do have that very unique perspective, because we do have the older generation ahead of us, and we have the younger ones teaching us what they know from below them.
Exactly.
So we are kind of sandwiched in a generation where from no technology to technology, we were in the middle of that.
Right.
We come from that. So,
but with what I guess the point that you make is that one of the things that I find difficult, being of my generation, is things that were perfectly acceptable, normal, taught in school, everything else is not acceptable anymore.
It's not.
And that's okay. I'm okay with change.
I'm actually totally happy for some of it, because some of it seemed obscene to me anyway to be learning in school or whatever. But I agree.
Right. So what I was trying to say is, I guess that where you have that perspective where everything was, this way, and now we have something coming it's no longer acceptable, and that's okay. We're okay and open to change. And one of the things is education and having programs where you can have these conversations and be open and honest about all of it, rather than everything being scripted. I guess that's what it comes down to.
Yeah. About a conversation, because, this is what we do.
Right.
We talk a lot.
Yeah, we do. And we bitch, whine, moan, and complain about a lot too. And that's the other side of this.
But that's what we're also known for in Canada. We might do a lot of bitching, but we don't really do a lot of talking up, especially the people who are moderate thinkers like myself, who tend to think I'm not an extremist, neither are you. Either way, we're pretty open-minded. So, and it's hard to talk to other open-minded individuals who aren't biased, racist, just want to learn. from each
Exactly.
other.
But it's
So-
all about problem solving too. And I think we got into that the other night. And without going down that road again, I just think that it's important for us to be authentic about what we say and how we say it and how we normally speak.
Right.
Because we found ourselves, or especially me, found myself getting nervous about going online and actually
offending someone by
and
mistake.
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
And I would never want to offend anyone.
Because anybody who really knows me knows
me.
that I put my foot in my mouth all the time.
We know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's common.
I know. I do too.
Yeah.
But I tend to be very blunt, the blunt one. So sometimes I can come across maybe blunt. I'll just say it sometimes.
Yeah.
Whereas you won't.
No.
You tend to get there.
Well, no, I'm more diplomatic, but it just in my career life or whatever, I've just learned how to be more diplomatic. But I was always able to use words, right? So I think that's part of it as well. Right. But I mean, enough about us.
So here's a question to anybody who's watching, and there are a couple. Do you want to tell me who won? Or who you think should have been fired, or should Don Cherry have been fired or not?
Yeah, shoot us a little email or text or a comment and let us know what you think, because it is a subject that kind of got.
Hey, Coral.
Yeah. Oh, Amanda's on there too.
Oh yeah. Yay. But so yeah.
Oh, hi, Abby. I thought I'd get that out.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we thought see, you got ahead of yourself again.
Oh, sorry.
You went and did the challenge. So not only that, we're into new adventures. So with new adventures, we also, as long as it's not too off the wall or crazy, we thought of taking suggestions from our viewers, listeners, as to maybe what new adventures or new things that we might want to tackle besides a bloody face-off, for crap's sake.
No. So let us know, because you can always subscribe to the 2 Days Litches at YouTube, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Subscribe on there and you can let us know. Yeah, just let us know, or email.
Yeah, email is 2daysliches@gmail.com. Definitely hit subscribe, like, comment, share. We definitely want to hear from you. We're going to be doing this every Wednesday at the same time,
and hopefully getting better with your suggestions.
That's for sure. And maybe we won't be so all over the place.
Or at least I noticed our eyes.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Because we're looking up there, and then we're looking
there,
at the screen, and we're looking all over the place.
We're trying to learn how to look forward.
Yeah.
This is all new.
Yeah, it sure is. So anything else you want to add? Because I know we're trying to keep it under half an hour. Anything else you want to add?
No.
We hit Don Cherry. We gave a shout out to my favorite Canadians, William Shatner, Don Cherry, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
Because I like him. I like Adam Levine too, but he's an American.
Oh, I like them, and Don Cherry and William Shatner are well known for putting the Canadian flag out there in their heart, and that's what I like. So, yeah. But I just kind of go to our website, I think, 2daysliches.com. And we'll see you then.
Yeah, for sure. Hope we've given you something to chew on. And we definitely want to see you guys next week. And anything else you want to add before we go, other than
make sure to savor every bite.
We're signing off. Love you guys. Bye. No. There you go.
Good night.
See, good night.